Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Lancaster, also known as Andrea Lancaster at Alchemy on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also on TikTok, so you'll find me there doing various different things. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to talk about the energy report. I'm going to bring in information that my guides bring in, my higher beings, the Elohim, etc. Um, and also use tarot in combination, but I'm also going to be talking about the Lion's Gate and what to expect from that and how to use the energy of that. Sorry, I'm just trying to put me Moldavite right. um, so yeah, to talk about that, but also just before we begin, I am going to be offering one-to-one teaching for developing your innate spiritual gifts, so whether that's mediumship, psychic ability, or channeling, I am going to be offering one-to-one sessions with that. And I'm also going to be offering group development of your extrasensory perceptions, your psychic ability and mediumship, but in a group setting. And they will be starting end of August, beginning of September. So I always keep groups smaller. I don't have big groups. If lots of people signed on, I'd have, so many in one group, so many in another, just because I like to be able to talk individually to everybody and encourage everybody, rather than it being so many people I can't connect with them, because I read your energy, I connect with your energy, and so I can understand your gifts and where your blocks might be or what your apprehension might be, etc., etc. So I'm also working with you to see whether you are connecting in a psychic way, mediumship, where you're bringing spirit in it, etc., and all the rest. So that's why it's important that I keep a smaller group. When I say smaller, no more than 10 in a group, because I do care about how I teach and what I do. I've had excellent results. I always have, because I used to teach for people to work in the church, spiritualist churches. So they had to do platform mediumship. That included being able to do philosophies, high standards of mediumship, and opening prayers, closing in prayer, etc., conducting yourself correctly on the rostrum. So I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. It's more about developing your gifts to help you in your life every day, to be able to navigate your life in a much more flowing, easy way, because you're trusting your instincts, you're listening to your higher self, you're listening to your guides, you're not pushing those thoughts away or feelings away. You're actually listening to what they're trying to tell you so that you don't make mistakes. I'm not saying life's lessons and mistakes aren't important, they are, but there are some that really spirit have tried to tell you, your higher self tried to tell you not to do, and you've ignored it. So that's where I'm at with development. So you're highly tuned to be able to focus on what's right and what's not, and what's good for you and what's not. And it just makes your life so much easier and successful, and flows in many different ways, in your family life, emotional life, friendships, business, all of that kind of thing. So not just in your spiritual path, it's all encompassing. So yes, if you're interested, please do let me know, and I will be putting up more information about that and how much it will be. Yeah, so just a heads up there. So okay, anyway, so we are looking at or focusing on this week's energy, but also the Lion's Gate, which opens fully tomorrow. It's already been opening up, but it fully opens tomorrow. And it is the most powerful Lion's Gate in a long time. Not that the Lion's Gate energy isn't powerful, but this year, this time round, the energy is intense and strong, and that energy of love and light and high vibration that is going to come through to help us to move forward in our spiritual goals, aspirations, but also ascension wise, basically. So it's again about being able to be highly attuned spiritually. Your antennae is, you know, really, really on a high bandwidth then. But it's knocking it up a few levels then, with the Lion's Gate being open tomorrow fully. It's also important that we remember the veil is negligible between this world and dimensionally, is the easiest way to say. So you will experience a lot more things, you will see a lot more things, you will, let's remember the Fae are in the fifth dimension. Beings like Bigfoot, Sasquatch, fifth dimensional. So there's lots more things you will see from now on, or know, depending on your senses. So yeah, so it's going to be really interesting, but I am buzzing with energy off the Lion's Gate, so it's going to be phenomenal tomorrow. So it's, you know, it's a really great time to meditate and get in touch with your higher self, to sit, but make sure you are coming from the heart space. That is the center of creation, that is the center of everything love. So remember, if you're not coming from that space, it's not genuine and it's not pure, and it's not going to work as well. So if you're being genuine and you're genuinely coming from the place of the heart with love and genuine joy and happiness and light, compassion, etc., you know, that's grace. And that also returns, not that that's what you're looking for, but you will have returned to you that compassion and love and joy, etc., that you have sent out, that you have, because you have genuinely come from the right place. So that's what the Lion's Gate's about. Spiritual illumination, Spirit is saying, in many areas. So you will, those who are of a more, I know we have, as I always say, light and dark, good and bad, but we have to understand that anything of a disingenuous nature, any beings or spirits or influences that are not genuine, that are for entrapment, lies, keeping people entangled in this 3D material thing, and keeping you firmly in place so that your nose is to the grindstone, basically. So you're enslaved with work, my God's the best God, etc. So basically, divide and conquer. That's what that is. Because the source loves everyone, is of love, created everyone. He sees, he, she, it, the energy of source doesn't judge on colour, creed, religions, anything. There is no judgment there. Source does not see you as different. You are all source. because you are part of source, so you are one. You are multidimensional, yes, with infinite possibilities, and there are a lot of timelines playing off at the moment. There are, but let's make sure we put the right energy in so we end up with the right timeline for beautiful Mother Earth, Gaia, and for humanity, not a negative one where we are still trapped, enslaved by those who wish to keep us from our greatness. So let's look first at what this week has ahead. It can potentially be an excellent week for everyone in every shape, way and form if you come from the heart. Believe me, this Lionsgate is going to take off the blindfold for everybody nearly, and also you will not be able to hide if you're a liar or somebody who is perpetuating lies or evil or has been scamming or anything like that, you know. So I'm including governmental people, you know, politicians, billionaires and people who, you know, are scamming us, because that's basically what they're doing. Anything like that where it's not genuine, it's not for the betterment of humanity, then, sorry if you can hear my dog barking, if it's not for that, then you will see it. There is nowhere to hide now for these people who have been deceiving humanity for hundreds of years and continue to try and live off the back of those who have not and have more. That's not going to be able to happen for much longer now, but all of these lies and deception are being put out there. There's nowhere to hide now, and this Lionsgate's certainly going to rip the you know, the blindfolds off people, and so it might be quite shocking for some people if they've truly believed everything the governments have spouted and things like that, and big banks and corporations are lovely and great and all of this, and not seeing how corrupt they are and how much influence they actually have on the governments. You know, that's all going to become spectacularly clear, and you may not like it, but it'll be the truth. So the truth is being unveiled right before your eyes, live time. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's see what this week's got to show us for this week ahead for the vast majority of us. And I know most people who tune into this are awake and are on their spiritual pathway. I do realise that. Okay, so we have the Princess of Swords, feisty energy. Then we have the Four of Cups. Then we have the Prince of Wands. Interesting. So the Princess of Swords can be a female. It can be a very feisty, sassy female who's very funny, witty, clever, quick thinking, a good communicator. But it can also be a male. So basically it's a younger person who I would say is not older than 25 really, you know, who is very intelligent, very driven, very quick, with the comebacks and everything, but are really good at communicating, and when they decide they want something, they go for it. Also, as swords people get older, they can be very good at seeing through people, seeing the truth. So this card with the Four of Cups, so it's almost like a surge of positive energy and truth comes through someone standing up and demanding the truth this week for us, and also standing and being determined to move forward. So cutting through any regrets or things that they haven't done. It doesn't matter whether you haven't done something this week or something hasn't happened the way you want. It's telling me that if you persevere and carry on and go forward, things will change. Well, if you sit down and don't do anything about things that haven't worked out, nothing will change. So it's up to you to be determined this week to make the changes. Just because things haven't worked out in the past doesn't mean they're not going to work out now. So you need to leave the regrets, the things that haven't worked out in the past. We are concentrating on now, and now things can change if you're prepared to put the effort in and speak up and stand up for yourself, but also be heard. You are a voice that needs to be heard. And the Prince of Wands is someone who's very intellectual, normally very academic, also can be very sporty as well. But it's also someone bringing news. So if you do take a stand, if you do decide you are going to move forward anyway, you're going to get back up, dust yourself off and move forward anyway, then you will see that not only are others on your side, as in, you know, supporting you and cheering you on, but also that you will hear some news, some positive news to almost encourage you to move further forward with that. So let's see. And there's a strong energy of justice this week. And this is an energy of, traditionally it was the king, so an older man, as in over the age of 30, and someone certainly who is very connected emotionally. So they're connected to their emotions, very sensitive, very empathic sometimes more moody, but it depends, you know, sulky. But we're looking at this with using your empathic, spiritual gifts and using your love and compassion to help others. So if you do, you will be in a much happier place this week. Definitely. Very interesting. I'm going to pick another one. I do think there's a big opportunity for some people coming, really big. Good news, and it's something you will love. It's so whatever the news is, you're really happy about it. It could be the news of a birth. It could be, you know, you've got into somewhere, uni, or you've got the job, or you've been accepted for something else, or you're definitely on your way to doing what you want to do. So it's a lovely, beautiful, joyous energy. It's a cup that's overflowing with potential if you'll take the opportunity, because it's a big opportunity and it may well be scary because it's such a big opportunity. But don't let that put you off, because as you can see, if you do, the water is also watering the water lilies, and so the water is going back into that beautiful pool of consciousness and the dove of peace. So you can have a beautiful, peaceful, happy week if you're prepared to pick up your sword and be heard and move forward and not be locked into the past or even the future all the time. The future, it's like tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Concentrate on the present. And if you concentrate on everything in the present and what you can do now, that brings forward a very positive future. Okay, so now I want to pull a card for the Lion's Gate, and I'm going to get another card as well from a different deck. So what is the Lion's Gate energy bringing us, humanity? It's bringing compassion, love, healing, understanding, and it's really, really helping you kind of succeed to the throne. Do you know what I mean? So if there's somewhere where you've wanted to be and to be accepted, and you've been struggling to get there, and others have succeeded, now's your time to sit on the throne. Now's your time to take your place where you're meant to, because of the knowledge, the wisdom and everything you have. So this is what the Lion's Gate brings, and it's a very feminine. I know the lion, you think of the lion's mane, you think of a male energy, but actually it's a very wise feminine energy that is coming through this time, a very healing energy, and that's what Mother Earth needs, and that's what humanity needs. Humanity needs to be healed from our violent impulses, our need for power over one another, and to war when somebody doesn't agree with us, instead of learning to understand that it's better to, you know, disagree and walk away rather than fighting and violence and pain and suffering. You know, we don't do ourselves any favours, so we need that healing. We need to bring forward the heart energy, the love energy, the light and compassion. That's what we need. We had that. We had a very great spiritual understanding and connection to the divine, to the source, to the unity consciousness. But we've lost that as we went into 3D. But now we're out of it, and we're coming out of it, and we're really firmly starting to set our feet into 5D. This is what we need to bring back, and the feminine energy will be the thing that helps. It's not a patriarchal energy, it's a feminine, healing, loving, nurturing energy that the Lion's Gate brings, and that's what humanity needs. Okay, I'm just going to pull this card as well from this deck to completely different. This is an oracle deck. Right, what's this one? Oops. Family of light. It brings forward the energy of your family. So your loved ones in spirit, your support, spiritual support team, the angelic beings, this unity consciousness, which is where we all came from and we are all connected to. That's what the Lion's Gate brings. The truth that we are all connected, the truth we're all multidimensional, the truth that we are very, very gifted, powerful light beings, and that energy is coming through, and you are going to really connect with your loved ones. Well, you have the opportunity to anyway, certainly now, but tomorrow and for the next few days after that. But this is more of a permanent energy it's bringing in, so you should feel your loved ones around you more and be more aware of that now. So it's a beautiful energy. Remember, you're not alone ever. You are supported by a massive team of helpers in spirit. Be they angelic, be they devic, be they guides, star beings, or ETs as you may prefer. Your loved ones who've passed over in your soul family, in your soul group. Doesn't matter, they are of light and love, and they're here to support and help you at this time, and to help you to be in that state of love and compassion and healing. Accept the healing, heal yourself, bring all parts together and be whole again. So that's the message from Elohim and my guides and tarot. So I hope that's helped. Do let me know if you are interested in one-to-one development of your mediumship or psychic abilities, etc., or in the group setting. Obviously one-to-one does cost more because it's just me and you, whereas in a group setting it's less expensive, but you don't get as much one-to-one with me because it's a group. Although I will, make sure that I do speak to you. It's not so vast, as I said, that you don't know who's in the group and there's no connection. That's not how I work. Okay, so anyway, I will be putting more details on my page anyway. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel down here. It lets you know when there's a new video. These are free. Please do share on YouTube, and share on Facebook, etc. as well. There's somebody who might really needed to hear this message today. So thank you for listening. I really do appreciate you all, and I'm sending you lots of love and blessings on this Lionsgate energy. Namaste. See you all soon.